Welcome back to Indiana, Diecast Racing and Rollin for the dogs. Today we've got 4 wicked groups from the Recycle division that will complete round 4 of the tournament. And folks, you're in for a ride because it's a whole bunch of Arlo versus the world. Dooby-dooby-doo. Alright, so we get into it with Group 7. The first of 4, we've got Motor Toms from Arlo Racing in a 98-gram lethal diesel that raced here at the Final Fantasy Fracas. Tyler from Arlo Racing in an 86-gram Governor that also raced in the Final Fantasy Fracas. Kay from Arlo Racing in a 72-gram Aston Martin that raced at Le Passion de Joffrey. And Mr. Book from Dubious Diecast in a 70-gram Lancia Delta Integrale that raced at Gravity Throttle Racing. So it's 3-on-1, and if you can't tell, I was trying a different camera on this group to see if I could finally get rid of that blur at the start of some of the laps, and obviously it didn't go well. And Motor Toms takes lap 1 to open the action for the day. Not a great first lap for Dubious Diecast, though Mr. Book does cross the line for a point, and you wouldn't think a point would be very important, but some of these groups have come down to basically the difference of a point. So Kay leading the second lap here as we enter turn 2, and it looks like Motor Toms is right on her heels. Nope, now, yep. Tyler's right on the back of Motor Toms. Dubious Diecast with Mr. Book in the back. Oh! Motor Toms loses control on the final straightaway and gets smacked by Tyler, but still manages to take second. We'll get another look at it here. Ouch. Somehow that gunner stayed in the tournament, or in the turret. So after 2, it's Motor Toms and Ragin' Cage. I don't know who did that, but, you know, Arlo thought it was funny. Anyways, Mr. Book leads the third lap out of the gate, followed closely by Tyler. And into Hoth and Echo Base. Oh, and Mr. Book gets wrecked. Kay is now running away with the lap, followed by Tyler. And I think Motor Toms is still rolling. Ooh, and Kay narrowly crosses the line just ahead of Tyler. Motor Toms was third, and this is not going to be a good outcome for Dubious Diecast. He led into Echo Base, and Team Arlo just kind of railroaded him onto his roof. Nice roof slide, though. So after 3, Kay has clinched one of the top 2 spots. Motor Toms in second with 9. Tyler with 7. Mr. Book way in the back with 2. He will not advance, so we'll get 2 drivers from Arlo Racing here. And right now it's Tyler and Motor Toms out front. I'm glad I've got another camera because this is the one that I usually use for the final straight, and it is terrible. Tyler wins lap 4, followed by Motor Toms, and that's it. Kay and Motor Toms beat out Tyler by a point to win the group. They will move on to the semifinals. On to Group 8. We've got more Arlo drivers. This one is Soundwave in a 90-gram baseline that raced at the Final Fantasy Fracas. Tim Terwilliger in a 100-gram T-Bird Stalker that raced at Tiny Track Cars. Franks and Beans from Feral Mods in a 75-gram Jaguar XJ220 that raced at the Lords Racing League. And Angry Mo from Arlo Racing in a 94-gram 57 Chevy that raced way back in the Sock Hop Slam. And in case you missed it, get on to redlinederby.com and sign up for the return to the Sock Hop. It's currently full, but we are taking waitlisters in case anybody drops out. And right now, Soundwave running away with lap 1. Franks and Beans will be second, Tim is third, and Angry Mo is fourth in that sweet 57 Chevy. We rotate around, that'll put Franks and Beans on the pole with Soundwave on the outside. Soundwave is charging, he's going to make a play for the lead. And they're neck and neck into Hoth and Echo Base. And Soundwave comes out in front. But it's a tight 4-car group. Soundwave's going to take lap 2. Franks and Beans, I think, was second. He definitely came off track, but I think he still crossed the line first. So they will award him points for second if that is the case. And Lord knows we want someone other than Team Arlo to get some points occasionally, or it's going to be a really boring finals. Soundwave wins back-to-back, takes the lead into the second half. Franks and Beans 2 points behind. Angry Mo on the pole for lap 3, followed by Tim. Angry Mo looks good, and oh, we got another head-to-head. Looks like Franks and Beans pulls out ahead, and Angry Mo drops all the way back to third as Soundwave also makes the pass. Soundwave gets inside Franks and Beans, but can't make that pass happen, and Franks and Beans with Feral Mods wins a very important lap 3. Oh no, and Angry Mo is going to be extra angry as he is on his roof in the final turn. Wow, he actually rolled a turn and a half before that. And that's it. Soundwave and Franks and Beans have locked this one up. They will advance to the semis. So we do this one for points and for fun. Tim on the pole, followed by Soundwave. Tim trying to get some glory here on his final lap of the tournament, and Angry Mo is on his roof again. And Tim is going to take the final lap of the group. Franks and Beans gets hung up in the back, but he will advance anyways. Lots of roof sliding in this group. Soundwave wins. Franks and Beans advances with him. So we're going to move on to Group 9 of the Recycle Division. And first up, we've got Tess from Milestone Diecast in a 95-gram Bulletproof that raced at Rick's. Joe C. from DRT3K in a 68-gram Camaro Z28 that raced at Jungle Falls. Mateo from Arlo Racing in a 92-gram Small Block that also raced at Jungle Falls. And Sophisticated Patrick from Feral Mods in an 86-gram Cadillac V16 that raced at Rick's. Tess on the pole for lap 1, followed by Mateo Hux Solari. Mateo, I think, has the most cars remaining of any named driver in this tournament. And Tess is going to win just ahead of Mateo. And there's Sophisticated Patrick. Oh, he takes a shot from Joe C, but takes third anyways. Well, I hope you didn't come here looking for great video quality, because, I mean, look at the top. It says slightly above mediocre. These days, I guess the mediocre bar is pretty low. They rotate around. Mateo on the pole, followed by Patrick. Here comes Tess on the inside. She makes a look and makes the pass and clears Mateo, and they run 1 and 2 again, followed by Patrick with Josie way in back. Tess wins by an even bigger margin this time. Mateo spins around out of frustration. He takes second. Patrick is third. Josie is fourth. And at the halfway point, Tess and Milestone Diecast are on top. Sophisticated Patrick on the pole now. He and Josie on the inside lane there. They are going to have to make something happen, or this one's going to be over early. And here comes Mateo and Tess. They both clear Sophisticated Patrick, and they run Mateo, then Tess, and I think that's going to put this one to bed. Ooh, Tess almost makes a pass over Mateo, who slides down the final straight. Josie will DNF. And I think that's going to put the final nail in this Group 9 coffin. We'll take a look at the points here. And yeah, more or less, Tess will advance for sure. Mateo basically just has to finish the final lap, and he will advance as well. They share the back row. Tess giving Josie a push. Josie looked great earlier in the tournament, but today, nothing doing against these more competitive cars, which is unfortunate because I believe that is the final entry for DRT3K in this tournament. Oh, Josie gets wrecked, and somehow Mateo comes out in the lead and wins the final lap, followed by Tess. Josie finishes the tournament on his roof, and so does Sophisticated Patrick with a very sophisticated upturned car. So Arlo will advance another driver. And so does Milestone Diecast. Milestone Diecast, the only one with Arlo's number seemingly in this tournament. We move on to the fourth group of today, and this will be the final one. First, we've got Harbortown Dairy from Arlo Racing in a 98-gram Nerf car that raced here at the Final Fantasy Fracas. Twinkie Jake in Puffs from Puffs in an 87-gram Honda Prelude that raced at Bathurst. Jimmy Dorlocks from Feral Mods in a 71-gram T-Bird that raced at Tiny Track Cars. And Agent Arlo himself in an 86-gram Chevy Tahoe that raced at 905 Diecast. Man, I remember when I was first getting into this hobby 5 years ago, I think 905 Diecast was one of the ones that I regularly watched. His channel is very different now, whereas, mine is still the same level of suck. Anyways, Harbortown Dairy wins lap 1. Jimmy Dorlocks is second. Looks like Twinkie Jake took third, and Agent Arlo was fourth. I think this may be also Puff's final entry in the tournament. So a lot riding on this group. Jimmy Dorlocks on the pole for this lap, and Harbortown pulls alongside. Oh, Harbortown rolls. Agent Arlo has wrecked in Hoth. Jimmy Dorlocks is going to run away with this lap and wins easily. And, oh, wait. Believe it or not, Harbortown Dairy rolls across the finish line on his roof, completing the second half of that lap inverted. And finally, Arlo, your design paid off and did exactly what it's supposed to do. Well done. So, Harbortown Dairy and Jimmy Dorlocks tied atop the group after one. Agent Arlo on the pole for lap 3, I think this is. Yep. Jimmy is challenging. Not going to happen. Agent Arlo having a really good lap here, trying to make up for that DNF. And Jimmy and Harbortown are closing. And, oh! Agent Arlo gets smacked in the side, but he wins the lap just ahead of Jimmy and Harbortown. But that's it, folks. Jimmy and Harbortown will advance to the next round. We run the final lap just to see, see if we can break those rockets off the top of Agent Arlo, who has already lost the 2 weapons that were on his hood, as well as a number of underbody screws and other things. It happens. It's a rough hobby. And Agent Arlo spins for another lap victory as he exits the tournament. That was pretty sweet. Good job. And Twinkie Jake takes second. And that'll be it, folks. Arlo and Feral Mods advance to the semis. So taking a look at who is left. There's the finals again. There's the other division. All right, so here's the recycle group. The folks advancing to the semis. Well, folks, this has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing action of Rollin for the dogs. And hopefully some, slightly above mediocre video quality and zoomage and all of that. Hey, at least these cars look pretty sweet. I mean, I can see them because I'm up close, but you can't because my videoing sucks. But, see you next time.